Are you a high-functioning career woman that's spreading yourself way too thin because you're having a difficult time setting clear boundaries with yourself and others? In this video, I talk about the importance of setting boundaries and how it relates to creating a healthy work-life flow. I include practical and holistic tips to help you thrive in your career and life. Hi everyone, it's Dawn. I'm an energy medicine practitioner and I help busy career women balance challenging emotions and reduce stress and anxiety by finding relief using Bach flower remedies, transpersonal energy healing, and restorative yoga. I've made a series of videos about the importance of creating a healthy work-life flow. And I focus on several different topics that will contribute to your personal and professional success, helping you feel less stressed and more fulfilled. So first, let's touch on what setting boundaries actually means. Boundaries are guidelines or limits that help you make healthy choices that are in your own best interests. You set boundaries for your safety, health, and well-being because you love and respect yourself, and they help reflect your goals and values. Without personal boundaries, you lack structure and discipline in your life, and you can have an unhealthy desire to be everything to everyone, no matter the cost to your well-being. You can quickly lose yourself in your work, relationships, familial obligations, or service to others. If you don't honor and communicate your boundaries, you can feel overwhelmed, stressed, burned out, and resentful. It can really drain your energy. So setting boundaries is important in every relationship you have. Family, friends, romantic partners, coworkers, strangers, and yourself. You want to practice having healthy boundaries with every single person you engage with. All the tips I suggest apply to both personal and professional relationships. Again, you want to set boundaries with any person you engage with. Tip number 1, how do you set boundaries? First, it starts with having self-awareness. Self-awareness is the ability to monitor, observe, and notice your emotions, thoughts, behaviors, and actions. It's having a solid understanding of yourself. So when it comes to boundaries, you're able to track when things feel comfortable and uncomfortable for you. Your body gives you a lot of signals that help you decipher what feels okay and what doesn't. Obviously, there's a lot of boundaries that are just common sense for most people, but then there are things specific to you that you want to tune into and make sure you're respecting and communicating to others. Sometimes spoken and sometimes unspoken. Boundaries differ from person to person and can always change. So it's important to learn the language of your body, tuning into sensations and your intuition or gut feeling about something or someone. It's important not to ignore these sensations or gut feelings because that will lead to feeling uncomfortable and resentful, impacting your relationships and overall health and well-being. So in short, the steps to setting boundaries are to practice self-awareness, tune into sensations in your body and your gut feeling. Don't ignore thoughts, feelings, sensations, or gut feelings. Acknowledge and respect your boundaries. Openly communicate your boundaries to people, even if it's uncomfortable. Be clear, assertive, and consistent when expressing your boundaries to others. Keep checking in with yourself about your boundaries because they may change. Remind people of your boundaries if or when needed. Don't be afraid to say no to things that don't serve you. Tip number 2, why is setting boundaries essential for creating a healthy work-life flow? Work-life flow means finding harmony between your career and your personal needs. whether that be time with family, friends, or yourself. It's creating a schedule that works for you so you can feel fulfilled, relaxed, and live a satisfying life. So a major component to creating that healthy work-life flow is setting boundaries. Setting boundaries with yourself and others. Boundaries start with you. If you're always being wishy-washy with yourself about boundaries, how are you going to be assertive with someone else? Relationships are such a huge part of our lives, and they impact every area of your life. Your time, your energy, emotions, space, finances, just to name a few. Being in touch with and expressing clear boundaries helps you have respect, structure, and discipline in your life. You need these things in order to feel good about yourself and enjoy a well-rounded life. Here are 10 ways that setting boundaries can help you. Align your behaviors and values. They maintain emotional well-being by avoiding resentment and other challenging emotions. They protect your time and energy. They enable you to show up for your responsibilities, priorities, and commitments. They reduce or eliminate unhealthy or toxic relationships or connections, and they cultivate healthy, fulfilling relationships and connections. They prevent burnout and create a well-rounded lifestyle. They increase self-respect and improve self-care. Tip number 3, 10 signs that indicate you may have unhealthy boundaries. You overextend yourself in relationships. You overcommit your time to others. You have little or no time for yourself. You have a hard time saying no to others. You put others' needs, wants, or priorities before your own. You take on other people's problems and responsibilities as your own. You feel drained and exhausted by too many commitments. You feel guilty or mean when enforcing behaviors. You go against your personal values in order to please someone else. You withhold your true feelings for fear of a belief it will bring about an undesired outcome. Tip number 4, why is it so difficult to set boundaries? Setting boundaries is difficult for many people, and you might be great with boundaries with some things or people and not great with others. It's not always so black and white. It's just important to uncover what makes it challenging for you. Here are several reasons why it might be difficult for you to set boundaries. You have limiting belief systems about your self-worth and self-respect. You're not in touch with your values, wants, and needs. Many people simply haven't been taught by their caregivers what having boundaries means or what it looks like. You might feel selfish, guilty, or mean to set boundaries. It's difficult for you to say no to others. That's a big one. You have a fear of conflict. If you say no to someone, it may start an argument. You tend to people please a lot so people will like and accept you. You want to prove yourself or redeem yourself in some way. You really enjoy being of service to others, but you do it to the point of self-sacrifice. So people they'll always challenge you by ignoring or disrespecting your boundaries. It can be very uncomfortable to put your foot down and stick with it, but you want to remember that unhealthy, inconsistent, or crossed boundaries have negative consequences for your health and well-being. So it starts with you respecting and honoring your values so you can teach others how you want to be treated. You can always try these positive affirmations to help create new belief systems and release the ones that keep you stuck in the same old patterns. Affirmations help motivate you, challenge you, and help you strive to be your fullest potential. Here are 5 positive affirmations to help you set boundaries. I am assertive. I am in touch with my needs. It's okay to have boundaries. It's okay to say no. My needs are just as important as others. Now, when you say these affirmations to yourself, at first it might feel uncomfortable because it's not what you're used to thinking or feeling about this topic. But with practice, it will get easier and easier and become a new way of living. Tip number 5, figure out your priorities. What is most important to you to live a fulfilling life? Consistently remind yourself of those priorities and why it's important to you to set boundaries with yourself and others, especially when it feels difficult to do so. For example, if health is your priority, then remind yourself that you want to feel energetic and full of life, and that's why you're setting these boundaries. Another example is if having more time is your priority, then remind yourself that in order to have more time to do the things that you enjoy, that help you feel happy or relax, such as your hobbies, that's why you're setting these boundaries. Get very clear on what is important to you and what it is that you need. As you can see, setting boundaries is interrelated with being in relationship with others, and being in relationship with others is a huge part of our lives. That's why it's so crucial to be in touch with your needs, knowing what is comfortable and uncomfortable for you so you can honor and express that to others in your personal and professional life. Setting boundaries will help you create a healthy work-life flow and feel less stressed so you can thrive in your career and life. If you found this video helpful, please don't forget to like and subscribe. It really helps my channel grow and reach more people so they too can find relief. Thanks for watching and take good care of yourself.